Hi everybody, and welcome back to Kids at the Library. So this is our first program in September, so again, welcome back. We're really happy you guys are here with us. If you guys are interested in participating in in-person programs, we do have the option for you to sign up for in-person programs. However, a couple things to keep in mind. Number one, that in-person programs do have a limited number of spaces for kids who can come, so only 15 kids are going to be able to come to programs right now for in-person stuff, just like with summer reading. So if you guys wanted to come to in-person programs, go ahead and give the library a call or swing by and we can get you guys signed up. So today's group that is signed up to come to the in-person program is going to be doing the exact same thing that you guys are doing at home. So no worries there. All of the in-person programs and the kits you guys can pick up are basically going to be the same thing, maybe with some slight variances to let you guys be able to have an easier time of things at home, but you guys are not missing out on anything if you decide to do the take and make kits for Kids at the Library. So this week we are going to be doing our Lego Club. That's going to be the first program of every month is Lego Club. This month we are only doing 2 Kids at the Library programs, and I will talk more about our second program after we explain today's project. And today we are going to be making Lego boats. So fantastic, boats are really fun. You guys are going to need something to put water in for today's program. So if you guys have a bathtub at home, perfect. You are good to go. If you guys don't have a bathtub, that is okay. You guys can always use, if you have like a little pool outside, like a kiddie pool, that's going to be perfect too. Even a large plastic storage box would be great. All you need is something that is about 2 feet deep, maybe 2 to 3 feet deep. That way you can fill it with water and have enough water so your boats can float. And then the only other thing you're going to need for today's program is Legos. If you guys don't have any Legos at home, don't worry, you guys can try making boats out of different things. Some things that I might recommend are sticks that you guys find outside. If you have a hot glue gun, that would be a really cool thing to make boats out of. Another really cool thing that you guys can make boats out of is aluminum foil. Aluminum foil is great for making boats, and you guys can do all of the different activities that are going to be in today's kit using aluminum foil as well. So those are the only things you're going to need: some Legos and something to put water in, and then of course water. And then if you guys came to pick up your kits, you will have found just a little plastic baggie that has some different papers in it. So I'm going to explain what those papers are now. Our first large piece of paper is the science behind why boats float. I'm not going to get into it too much on this video. Since you guys have this at home, you can read it. This is going to talk about buoyancy. And buoyancy is essentially the force in water that pushes something up. So if you guys think about gravity pulling things down, gravity is the reason that we like stick to the earth and we're not just floating around. Buoyancy is kind of an opposite force that happens in liquids. So it's going to be what pushes you up. So one thing I did want to let you guys know is that this type of science that we're using today is physics. And physics can be a little bit complicated when you guys are learning about the different rules and the different properties, the forces that are at work. It can be a lot. So I have the science behind buoyancy written down here for you guys. It's a lot of information, and if you guys don't understand it right away, I don't want you to worry about it. I just wanted that information to be there so you guys, if you guys are curious about it, so you guys could read about it and learn about it. If it's kind of overwhelming for you guys to try to think about all of these things, don't worry. Just kind of, make some boats, think a little bit about what you read, and then come back a little bit later and see if it makes more sense after you have the practical application of making boats and seeing how they work. So I just wanted to let you guys know that the information is there if you are wanting it, and don't be overwhelmed if it doesn't make a lot of sense, because physics is something that takes time. You have to think about it. You gotta, work with it like making boats. It is okay if it doesn't make sense right away. Okay, you guys. So after you read about the science, you have this tiny piece of paper that's going to kind of tell you what you need to do. So this is going to remind you of all the things that you need to do today's project, the water, the container for water, and your Legos. And then I have a little sheet of things to kind of help you guys start to create your Lego boats if you guys need some extra help. So you guys can see this sheet. It has different, boxes in here. What I want you guys to do is I want you guys to cut along these lines. And then I want you guys to put the different pieces of paper in some kind of container so you can like draw them out. So like maybe a hat or a little box, even a little bag will be perfect. Basically what you're gonna use that for is you're just gonna pull out one piece of paper at a time and you're going to build whatever prompt is on that piece of paper. So our first one up here says, build a boat that's tall and skinny. So if you were to draw that prompt out of your hat, you would build a Lego boat that's tall and skinny. And then what I want you guys to do after you build that boat and put it on the water, I want you guys to make notes about whether it sinks or floats. I want you guys to write down why you think it sinks or floats, and just make notes like a scientist. Scientists, when they're working on projects, sometimes things work and sometimes things fail. And that is all about, that's what science is all about, is trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. So if your boat doesn't float, that is okay. You didn't do anything wrong. This is just an opportunity for you guys to learn and figure out why didn't it float. So go ahead and do all 8 of these different prompts. And then if you guys want to keep building after those 8, that is totally awesome. I hope you guys have tons of fun making these boats, learning about why things float and why they sink. And one thing to quickly remind you guys of is that it might be handy to have a towel nearby. I would let your Legos dry out completely before putting them back in your Lego containers because from personal experience, I have found that wet Legos in a box equal pretty stinky Legos later. So just a word to the wise. All right, you guys, that's going to be today's program. And just to fill you in on what we're doing later this month, we will not have a program next week. We are only going to be doing 2 programs this month. So we have Legos today, and then in 2 weeks, we are going to be doing a back to school scavenger hunt. So the scavenger hunt is actually going to happen at the library, and you guys are going to come into the library anytime during that week. And I want you guys to pick up one of our scavenger hunt slips of paper. And starting on Tuesday, I believe it's the 22nd, you guys can come in, do the scavenger hunt on your own time, and then turn it in, and that will be awesome and fun. So that's going to be something that's going on. And again, you can do it anytime during the week. It doesn't have to be on Tuesday. That's just the day that the program goes live. A video that explains how to do the scavenger hunt will be posted that day. But if it works better for you guys to come in on, Wednesday or Saturday, please come in on a day that works for you. The idea is that you have basically all week to do the scavenger hunt and it fits into your schedule. Okay, one last thing, so many announcements this video. There is also going to be an activity for Banned Book Week. So Banned Book Week is going to be the very last week of September, and we are going to be talking about books that have been banned or challenged. So both of those are aspects of censorship, and we are going to be having some activities around Banned Book Week that you guys could potentially win some fun prizes. So next video, when we are going to be talking about the scavenger hunt, I will talk a little bit more about what you can come in and do for Banned Book Week. That way you guys can learn about how to win those fabulous prizes and how to learn a little bit about censorship and what that means for libraries and what that means for you. So that's going to be today's program, a little bit of information about next time's program, and a little bit about Banned Book Week. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to call the library. I'm happy to fill you guys in on anything that you might need to know. And welcome back to Kids at the Library. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.